Was there something before the beginning of everything? Beyond the theological explanation that there was a God who would satisfy the religious, experts seek to solve the riddle that leaves no rest for the minds that study the subject. Were you curious? Let's check this out. Hey guys, we are from the channel One More Curiosity. Science generally accepts the Big Bang Theory, the moment about 13.8 million years ago, when a great burst of light caused a dense sphere of matter to expand, becoming lighter and lighter, diluted, generating a universe in continuous expansion. Many of us, however, continue to have difficulty understanding in a rational way how a small point, smaller than an atom, contained an unimaginable density and energy capable of giving rise to everything that exists today. Even more difficult is understanding what was there before the Big Bang. British physicist and researcher Stephen Hawking, who died at the age of 76 on a Wednesday, has recently tried to formulate an explanation intelligible to the general public. On a US television show earlier this month, US astrophysicist Neil Tyson asked Hawking what was there before the Big Bang. The nothing. The British science replied that was there before the explosion was basically nothing. But don't be scared, this is not to say that there was no matter. He refers that the fact that nothing that could have existed before the beginning of the universe has anything to do with what came after. Therefore, what existed before cannot be contemplated in a theory we formulate to explain our present observations. For Hawking, no law of physics is applied until the Big Bang occurs. The universe evolved independently of what there was before. Even the amount of matter in the universe may be different than it was before the explosion, because the law of conservation of matter would not apply to the Big Bang. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, space and time together form a space-time continuum that is not flat but rather curved because of the matter and energy it contains. Hawking said in the program, "I take the Euclidean three-dimensional approach to quantum gravity to describe the beginning of the universe, whereby real, ordinary time is replaced by imaginary time, which behaves like a fourth dimension of space," he explained. In the Euclidean interpretation, the history of the universe in imaginary time is a curved surface in the fourth dimension, like the surface of Earth, but with additional dimensions. But what does this all mean? The way to explain this is to imagine that we are close to the South Pole, for example. If we walk a little south, we finally reach the pole. But once there, we won't be able to go any further south. Rules of direction and guidance that normally guides us on Earth do not apply. There is nothing south of the South Pole, so there is nothing before the Big Bang, Hawking said. The scientist's conclusions fit the boundaryless condition of the universe that he formulated in a collaboration with James Harder of the University of California. In other words, the space-time continuum is an endless closed surface, like the surface of the Earth, on which we can walk eternally without falling off it. Symbol. Hawking gained international fame when, in the 1960s, he formulated the theory of the space-time singularity, applying the logic of black holes to the entire universe. He also changed the way we see science today, helping to spread physics and astrophysics. In the best-selling book, Brief Story of Time, released in 1988, he explained his scientific findings to the general public. The scientist also became a symbol of determination for being a carrier of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis and having survived this degenerative disease for decades. In 2014, his life story was told in the Oscar-winning film, The Theory of Everything. He died at home in England in the early hours of Wednesday. The death was reported by the family to the British press. This test, originally published on March 8, 2018, has been updated. Now, if you like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel to follow more trivia videos. A big hug and see you the next time.